my muses? It's your boy Jaquama Clyde, and this is episode 5 of the Muse podcast. Welcome. If this is your first time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back. If you're actually a muse, make sure this camera. If you actually a muse, welcome back, chat. I know y'all missed the meeting. Oh shit. Welcome back. So today episode is basically titled. Hold on. Today episode is titled "Crack or Is It Broken?" And this episode is about suicidal thoughts and dealing with suicide, which I believe is an attack from the enemy and also a mental illness. But that's just my opinion, bitch. I'm not a therapist or nothing like that. But I've I only contemplated suicide once. Crazy story. I have to get into y'all the time. So we're gonna get into shattering the glass, and basically shattering the glass is when you look into the mirror and you're speaking from another person's lens of how they view you and things of that nature. I have my mirror right here, as y'all know. This is the mirror. Yeah, she's here, and she's queer. Hey, I am abundance. I am joy. Oh, on this I am pause. You are an asshole. You are not good enough. You will never make it. You're nothing. You're a boy, as if I don't know that. You are mean. I'm always say the one because people say that, and I don't know why. You're ugly. You're fat. Bitch, swear. What else? That's basically all people be saying. Girl, I don't really too much about it. But, so, this topic is about, we're on to the next topic, which is, how did we get here? So, you gotta sit back and ask yourself, when you having, suicidal thoughts or you're letting the enemy in, I feel like everybody should sit back and ask themselves, how did I get to the point where I wanted to end it all? Like, I wanted this to be the end, and I just can't do it no more. Like, I'm over life and what it has or don't have to offer. For me, when I was contemplating suicide, girl, mind y'all, I'm hella dramatic. I'm not saying y'all be dramatic when y'all do it, but me, I was hella dramatic. I had got there because I had did a little weird thing, but it wasn't weird in my mind. But it was because I feel like I was not accepted or whatever. And my mom was outside on the phone. She had picked me up from school because of a whole little situation. I believe this was either my junior or my sophomore year. Yeah, she had picked me up from school. She was sitting outside on the phone. I'm like, baby, she trying to tell people what I got going on or whatever. And I was washing dishes, and I had a pill bottle beside me. I don't know who pill bottle it was or nothing. I grabbed it. I looked at it. And the whole time I was like, girl, you can't do this. Bitch, they need you. And most importantly, you need you, girl. But who will be able to tell your story properly if you out? So that's how I got there. I feel like everybody should look inside and see what made me, like, what started it. Not all the things that add up to make me actually want to boom or however you want to, But what started this for me to feel like the world would be better without me. And I'm here to also tell y'all that that's a fucking lie. God gave you, if that's what you believe in, I'm not here to make nobody believe in God if you don't. God put you here for a reason. Every day you wake up, you wake up for a reason. You have a purpose in this life. What your purpose is, I'm not here to tell you. I can tell you, I feel like it's beautiful for you to go along and then find out what your purpose is for yourself or whatever, because you'll be like, okay, this is why I went through this, thing, the fifth. For me, my purpose was, bitch, I know that like I'm here to basically be a healer. Like I'm here to make people laugh. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to get people to speak on the things that they wouldn't tell other people. And it was like at an early age like that, girl, you know your purpose for real. That's one of them. That's one of them. So I was like, yeah, like you feel me? I know God got me here to make other people who don't. How can I put it? Who basically God got me here to make other people who not getting what I get, what I put out in the world at home or in the world, it from the queen. Because who else can you get it from if not the queen? Right, and I'm gonna have to try to push through this because child my storage is a whole nother thing. So, and I got a SIM cord, but I can't put it in. I mean, a memory card, but I can't put it in. I don't even know where it goes in this phone. So, yeah, I just feel like you just need to look back and be like, what the fuck started this? And then after you do that, you need to ask yourself, is it really that serious for me to want to eliminate myself from this beautiful world, like from life? It might not feel beautiful at this moment because of what you're going through, but you also gotta realize that you can get through it. Because granted, it in this moment it don't feel like I can get through it or I can like be able to take nothing else, girl. But you can because emotions are temporary. I mean, feelings are temporary emotions. So you just have to be able to think about and have faith in the light at the end of a dark tunnel. I'm not telling you how long the tunnel will last because we don't know. But I am telling you that every tunnel has to come to an end and you have to see the sunshine. Unless you're driving at night, bitch. At the end of the day, if you're driving at night, once that tunnel ends, bitch, the street lights out. Make it home. Okay. Now we're going to get into it's not as big as you feel it is. Again, I'm not here to invalidate nobody's feelings or nothing like that, but I am here to tell you that feelings are temporary emotions. You probably feel like you're at the end of your wits or you at the end of the road. You can't take no more, this, that, and the fifth. But how would you truly know if you don't keep on pushing on? And the only thing about that is a lot of people in people's lives will tell them you don't need to kill yourself because of this, that, and the fifth. But it's always a selfish reason. Like I don't know how I'll be able to live without you if you do that. Boom, boom, bam, blah, 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 but bitch, y'all was living perfectly fine. Not checking up on me, type shit. And that's why a lot of people feel like they should end it all because nobody cares. Just because the people who you care about so much don't care doesn't mean nobody cares. It just takes that one time, that one person for you to meet that will change everything around. But you will never know if you don't keep pressing towards it. Suicide is a hard thing and a hard thing to talk about because a lot of people don't even like to let people know that they're not okay. And that's another reason I started this podcast too. Because a lot of people don't let people know that they're not okay and they don't really sit back and think to themselves, why aren't I okay? Or because they just feel like the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they'd rather feel nothing or try to find a way to feel nothing than rather keep waking up and going through the same cycle. I feel like when you get to that point, you should actually start looking for something positive, like gratitude. Find something to be grateful about. And it does sound insensitive when I'm saying it because it's like, okay, well, you want to commit suicide, but bitch, find something to be. No. No, no, no. Find a small thing, rather than being able to get out the bed and talk to somebody for that. For if you did it for 2 minutes, if you was able to just say hey to somebody, there's something to be grateful for because everybody ain't trying to, you feel me? So just be able to appreciate the little. And I would say appreciate the little within you before you try to do something externally and be like, yeah, I'm happy that I was able to do that, boom, boom, bam. No, we have to start looking into ourselves and start congratulating ourselves and celebrating ourselves and throwing a party for our fucking self because these bitches ain't gonna do it. These bitches ain't gonna do it. Some of these bitches is glad that it's you, not them. So, bitch, clap for yourself at the end of the day. Because if the motherfucking room is quiet, bitch, and you get them motherfucking congratulations, what would these bitches be? Not with you. So, big up yourselves. And I'm here to tell you, congratulations for whatever it is that you feel like you weren't gonna be able to make it through, or you feel like you wasn't gonna be able to do, or you feel like it was gonna be hard, but then you made it. Congratulations. And I'm proud of you, and I'm so thankful that you're still here this day, because it is a hard thing to even be able to fight and not let suicidal thoughts succumb, your presence and shit like that. And I'm looking at my phone because I got the topics on my phone. This is basically like my cue card, girl. We starting from the bottom. So yeah, let me tell y'all this one. Here is another topic. It's the same topic, but it's like a small, what you call it. It gets greater later, and a lot of people don't realize that it honestly does get greater later. But the question always be like, okay, so when is later gonna come? We don't know. We don't know. The Bible says no weapon formed against you shall prosper. It didn't say the weapons wasn't gonna form. It just said they wasn't gonna prosper. Now, granted, it may feel like they're prospering or whatever, but sometimes maybe the weapons ain't even formed. God is putting you through this, and He's pressing you to mold you for the person that you're becoming, the person that you're supposed to be, and the life that you want so bad. So it's not even that like the weapons forming for real, because like small shit happening. Is it really? You feel me? Is it really a weapon? Bishop, is this dust? Right. So I feel like God just be letting us go through certain things so we can build the characteristics we'll need for our next mission or for the life that we want to live so bad. So it's not that some of the stuff that we see as weapons, they're not weapons for real. They not weapons. Like let's just keep it a stack, keep it a bean, and bitch, keep it a nice lace. Like they not weapons for real, bruh. You just need to sit down and realize that this time is needed. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. A lot of people be saying, they be about God, this, that, and the fifth. But everybody be forgetting God is still intentional, even though you're going through your dark moment. He's still intentional. So you're going through this because this is something that you need. It's something that you're gonna need for your future. So I'd rather you get put in it when you're not where you're supposed to be, and then you lash out and you lose what you've been praying so hard for. Right here in this moment where it is like you're not even where it is you want to be, you're not where you're supposed to be, and you're not even half of the person that you're becoming. So it's gonna be a character. It's gonna basically be like on Fortnite skins, bitch. It's gonna be cut in the end. Get to the end so you can see your cut teeth. Like, just hold on just a little while longer. Word to Tyler Perry, singer. Pray on just a little while longer and hold on just a little while longer. If you don't pray, you don't believe in God, like I say, just build the courage to keep on keeping on, bitch. Just keep swimming. Where's the dory? Life can get hard. Life is going to be hard. There is no guide to life because everybody have their own situation going on. Can't nobody tell you how to feel, how not to feel. But I say just start speaking to yourself. Just start speaking to the storm. Tell yourself, because I feel like a lot of suicidal thoughts come from, and this is just my opinion, everything my opinion, come from not being where you want to be, and also looking at other people that you feel like shouldn't have it. Tell yourself that it is not your time, but that doesn't mean your time not gonna come. Tell suicidal thoughts, tell the enemy that, bitch, you gotta move, because I don't even play like this. This ain't even the type of life that I'm supposed to be living. I don't believe that once I leave, the world will be better, because God woke me up every day to be able to fulfill my mission. The only time it's time for me to go is when I fulfill my mission. And I'm going to tell y'all the scary thing. A lot of people try to commit suicide and it don't even work. So now you feel like you're a failure because you couldn't even kill yourself, right? Who said that? Yeah. So and I'm not trying to be insensitive at all, but like we gotta look at the facts. I been to a plethora of mental hospitals, a plethora of times. A lot of people come from there, they try to off themselves, and it didn't work. But I help people. I try to feel like I help people find the light even in the darkness. That's one of my purposes. I told y'all, like I'm her, and I try to allow a lot of people to realize that y'all are exactly who your friends are trying to tell you you are at that moment. Because once you going through suicide, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, you don't feel like you are who you're supposed to be. But you're very that. You're very that. Let's not forget it. Y'all be feeling like y'all be letting the enemy get in y'all ear and tell y'all everything that y'all are not. But you gotta take those words like, okay, so boom. If he tell you you're not worth, you're not nothing or you're not enough, you need to take those words and tell yourself that you are enough, that you are loved, that you are peace, that you are caring, that you are blessed, and you are highly favored. You also gotta remember that you are a piece of God because you know God made man in His image. So how could you feel like you're not enough if God made you in His image? And I bet you, I can guarantee you, He never felt like He wasn't Him. Okay, so you just gotta fight those thoughts with the word, if you believe in it. Again, and just because one person or your friend group that you currently in not listening, don't mean nobody else will. And a lot of people don't listen or don't pay attention to the signs or see you suffocate in the middle of the street. But that's because hard people swallow, girl, they don't care. They don't care. Or the TL, the algorithm messed up. Now we're finna do, and that's the T on me. And that's also why I started this podcast for like mental health, period. So there's that. So when I was going through suicidal thoughts, it was because my family never really understood how serious mental health was. Even though we had people that was, but that don't mean that, they actually took time to learn it and understand. So, and that's the T on me with that one. Another reason is because I felt like no matter who was listening, that since they knew me and they knew that I was strong, this, that, and the fifth, that they didn't understand I could be weak too. And that's the T on me. Also, I felt like my family, the Carter family, the Carter Thornton, I'm not going to say the McLeod, but the Carter Thornton, we felt like joking and laughing and just being happy was a piece of therapy. I'm not saying it's not, but in all honesty, it was just like a mask, and that's the T on me. My McLeod and family, and this was my TT and my daddy in general. So Kimberly and Antoine, they don't really tell people what they're going through. It's not because they can't. I just feel like they don't want people to know that they're having a vulnerable moment, and that's the T on me. A lot of the times it was because of the fact that I had stopped talking to God, and I'm gonna be truthful. I know it sounds corny and it sounds like cliche and stuff like that, but for me, baby, I always had a bond with God. People say me all the time, I'm anointed, this, that, and the fifth. So there was a lot of time I let the enemy come in too because I shut off my savior, my protector, and that's the T on me. With that one, Lord, I pray that this is still pleased that this continue until I'm done with this what God did. And they can take whatever source they want to. Okay, so now we're going on to, if not for them, only fight for you. A lot of people try to tell you why they feel like you shouldn't, off yourself because of the fact that they want you here, but they don't tell you why you shouldn't off yourself for you. So I'm gonna tell you. I don't even know who you are, but God, please guide my tongue to speak to whomever and let them hit it. The reason you shouldn't off yourself and you need to fight for you is because this world needs somebody like you. The world needs somebody like you because of the fact that you need to tap into your own potential because you have bigger things that you're going to actually you're gonna actually be able to do, but you won't know it if you don't be able to see it. You won't be able to see it if you go ahead and clock out for us. Don't clock out for us. If you want to clock out for us, stay for you. Another reason is because y'all have to realize that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. It might be hard, and I don't even know, like, certain things that people go through, but I know grape could be one of them. I know not having nobody to turn to could be one of them. This and feel. Sometimes you gotta turn to yourself. Sometimes you gotta turn to yourself, and you gotta be your own superhero because sometimes even Superman had a kryptonite. So sometimes, you just gotta thug it out. But you gotta thug it out for you. Don't think about the other people in your life that'll be better if you stay because eventually you will want to go again, and that why ain't strong enough. You gotta be your own why, cause you got to, and then too, you also gotta think about how painful would it really be if it don't work. If it don't work, how painful would it be? What would make it worse? You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Another reason you gotta fight for yourself is because you deserve to be here. You deserve to be here, just like everybody else do. You're the main person that needs to be here because you're actually the person that's gonna make a difference, gonna make a change. But the change have to start with yourself before it can touch other people. It gotta start with you. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have faith in yourself. And sometimes it's hard to say because we forget. You know, we forget that we must. If you don't have faith in good things, you gonna ultimately have faith in bad things. That's just how it works. So we forget that God will tell non-believers or people that don't have faith in this mission right here to skedaddle. And you got in your head and you stopped having faith in yourself, and it was time for you to skedaddle. I'm gonna get up because I need to see if this still recording or fix this. Yeah. So you was skedaddle. You gotta put down the part of you that's wearing the mask. Let that part skedaddle, and the real you need to come to the front. Can the real Slim Shady stand up? Thank you. Thank you for being here. You're loved. You're a peace. We need you you need you more than you understand. Because the people tell you they need you, girl, and when you gone, after they eat that repast food, and after 2-3 months, the reef still gonna come. But they ain't moving how they was when you left. So, and then it'd be like, it's a cry for help, and it's a scream for people to see me. But let's be honest, they still won't see you. They still won't see you. They'll be sad for a little while, and they'll go on with their life. So I want you to go on with yours. We gotta stop doing a lot of stuff for people and thinking that they supposed to, do it in return for us, or that they will do it in return for us. Where these people ain't built like us, that's why they not us. They can't do what we do. So keep fighting. Keep fighting. Suicide is scary. It's gonna forever be scary. The thoughts themselves gonna forever be scary. But you can get out of it, and you will get out of it because you're a fighter. Okay. Another thing. Pressure make diamonds. Don't let it bust pipes. You might feel like you can't move on. You might feel like, and I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it's just the way it's coming. You might feel like you can't move on. You might feel like it's just too hard, or that, or that that your purpose, you don't know your purpose, or you'll never be able to find it. I'm here to tell you, the most beautiful things are made under pressure. If you allow it to make you and mold you to who you're supposed to become. If You allow that pressure to bust you and break you down. I pray, honestly, that it break you down, but not to the point where you're lost out away from it and you're taken away from us. Um, and I'm not talking about when I say diamonds. I'm not talking about moissanite, girl. I'm talking about the real thing. I'm talking about the football players and the baseball players and the basketball players, ones and twos, not the rappers' chains, girl. Cause we know they ain't real for real. And we have to realize that even diamonds be covered in dirt. They have to get clean. So you will be covered in dirt. You will be nasty. You will be dirty. You will be grimy. But once you're finish going through that process and you get to the final destination and you see how clean you have become, because everybody gonna have a time where they feel like heavy on feel like that y'all ain't doing y'all ones or y'all twos, or that life is just too hard to bear. God will never put more on you than you can bear. That don't mean you won't put more on yourself. But it's also a good thing for me to be able to tell you that even when you lose sight of God, He's still watching you. He still got His eyes on you, and He still is ready for you to come to Him. But we have to realize that when God knock on that door, He not gonna force Himself in. We have to let Him back in. Just like we told Him, okay, God, I don't need you right now. We're gonna keep you in the tub. You gotta re-invite Him. You gotta re-invite Him. And I'm gonna keep saying God, because that is who I believe in. So it's just as how the cookie crumble with the queen. Les Brown said, I forgot who he said this, but he said, when you fall down, make sure you land on your back, because if you look up, you can get up. That's a bitch. That was a word. That was a word. When you fall down, make sure you land on your back, because if you look up, you can get up. Mind you, if you fall down and you land on your stomach or you land on your motherfucking face or your knees, you're gonna be looking down, and when you look down, you feel defeated. That's why it's chin up, chest out. Because if your posture is aligned correctly, your aura is already beaming through. We have to realize that when it all falls down, where's the Kanye? But bitch, if you fall in the right position, the puzzle piece will actually fit. That puzzle will fit. That piece will fit into that puzzle and make it complete. If you look up in the sky after you landed on your back and you realize that it's more up there, I can't do nothing but get up to try to see what's up there. If I fall down and I land on my face, I'm more embarrassed because I don't know how it's gonna look, even if I try. And even if I try to get up and I see all that blood, then I'm gonna go into a panic. Then it's nothing more for me that I can do. And even when it's nothing more for you that you can do, that's because you ain't God. You had already did all you could. Now you have to stay in there long enough to see what God can do for you. Because He will indeed do for you. I'm telling you. He's just using this one or two for you to have a testimony. You can't have a testimony without a test. You might fail that test a couple of times. But that's what comes with studying. Study that test, bruh. Study that test, king. Study that test, queen, princess, prince. And you're going to get up out of there. And once you get up out of there, can't nobody tell you that you won't be able to make it and nothing else. The best thing to be able to do in this world is to overcome suicidal thoughts. Because if you could overcome suicidal thoughts, but you could overcome anything because you didn't even like looking at yourself and you want to end it. I'm telling you what I know. I've been there. That's the only reason I can speak on it, because I've been there. I've been there. For real. Who can you call? That's the next question. Then we got the outro, the prayer, and we do. Who can you call? Who can you call? When you feel like you're at your wit's end, I want you to really think about it. When you feel like you're about to check out for us, or you're ready to check out, who can you really call that will actually pick up? Or who can you text and you tell them, this is my last one, that'll call somebody to get there to you if they can't get there to you and then still be able to call you before you check out, that make you want to stay. I want you, well, first I want to say thank you to the people that you know you can call. I want to say thank you for being there for them, for being the person that they can lean on and that they need. I also want to say thank you for even noticing that you could be able to call at least one person and they'll pick up. And if you don't have nobody to call, know that they made hotlines for that. So let me get y'all that. Because and it's gonna be a 24/7 hotline. Of course, it's free. Shout out to JPS for giving me all that I needed when I needed that. Hold on, bro. I ain't trying to call them people. See, they trying to get me. When I needed that child. So we about to get into y'all now, the suicidal hotline. Okay, so 988 is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It is open 24 hours. It's for English and Spanish. I want to let you know that life can get better if you allow yourself to see it. If you allow the credits to roll after the plot thickens, you'll see how great it is. And you'll see it's because of you. It's time for me to do my favorite part, I am. So this is where I debunk all the lies and tell myself exactly what I am and who or what I know I am. And then I ask y'all, who truly are you? I am gorgeous, down, bitch. I am abundant. I see you. I am wealthy. I see you. I am happy. I see you. I am joy. I feel like those are two different emotions. I see you. I am creative. I see you. I am love. I see you. I am beautifully chaotic. I see you. I am space. I see you. I am the star in any room that I stand in. I see you. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I see you. I am a child of God. I see you. I am the King of Queens. I see you. I am the Mirror's Muse. So that it don't matter how I feel for that day, how I look that day, how I talk today, how I show up. I am exactly who the fuck I think I am. So bitch, I am the baddest. I see you. I am wealthy, if I didn't say that bitch times two. I am abundant and it's heavy on that. I see you. I see you. I am peace. I see you. And I am worthy. And so are you. You're worthy to still be here. I am grace, faithful, faith, and kept. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. You are grace. So extend something to yourself. Extend something to you to yourself so you can see that, just because I'm saying it, and it might sound like, oh, he don't even know me. I don't know you, but I know your spirit. I know your spirit. I know the only reason that you are ready to check out is because you've been a lot for everybody and nothing for yourself. It's time for you to start being for yourself and leave everybody in the back burner. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this around to you. Look in this mirror. Tell me who you are. Not what society told you was. Not who society told you was. Not who other people, your friends, your family, your teachers told you was. But who are you at your core in your spirit? I want to let you know that I see you. And with that being said, we're about to pray. Father God, we want to thank you for allowing us to be here today, even though that some of us really didn't want to. We want to thank you for waking us up, even though some of us asked and cried that, this would be our last wake up, was our last wake up. We want to thank you, and we want to rebuke suicidal thoughts and confusion of the enemy, God. We ask that you turn our life back around and show us that it won't always be like this. We ask that you show us that sooner or later, it's going to turn in our favor, and the only person that can turn it around for us is you. We want to thank you for being the King of Kings, the healer, the way maker, the deliverer, the promise keeper. God, you said not by might, not by your power, but by your spirit. So I ask that you bring your Holy Spirit into the room, God, and just touch everybody that feel like that they can't do this no more, and let them know that just hold on just a little longer. God, I am interceding for the people who feel like enough is enough. God, I ask that you give them strength, Lord. Please, I'm talking about down to the calcium in their bones. Let them know that enough is not enough, that they are indeed enough. God, let them know that they may be shaking. Oh, but they're not broke. They might be bending, but they won't fold. They may feel like that they can't do no more. That enough again is enough. That peace can't be still. But I ask that you move in their life. They might feel like silence is just a little too loud. So God, I ask that you bring the noise of joy, abundance, happiness, wealth, love, favor into their lives. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So now we're going to get into this outro, and I just feel like this really helped to do the ones and the twos. This outro is what's going to do it. For real. Oh, I was supposed to do the outro first. I guess I just had to pray first. This is how God wanted me to give it to you. So I'm doing what God said. Thank you. The mirror may be perfect, but the reflection is fragments of broken pieces, healing or healed. It's okay not to be okay. That's words of Jesse J. Thank you. It's even better to acknowledge it. After you acknowledge it, I want you to recognize it, sit down, work on it. Believe in yourself, speak to yourself, encourage yourself, pray for yourself sometimes, people. Take time for yourself every month. I want you to go out on at least 2 self-dates. It don't matter what it is. Go there. I love you so much. If nobody has told you today, bitch, I love you. I live for you. My black kings and queens. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's episode 5 of the Muse podcast. Bitch, I'm giving it to y'all consistently. Because I need to. And yeah. Y'all my girls, y'all my boys. Bitch, we gangin' now. Thank you, muses. Mwah. Love you. Peace.